Let's talk about communication. What is communication and why do you need to take this class? Well, according to your textbook, there is a study in 2015. Gu Lee did a study called The Skills Americans Say Kids Need to Succeed in Life by the Pew Research Center, and it ranked communication as the #1 skill for getting ahead in life. This class can be so practical, not only personally, but also in your professional life. It's something that I love to study. I remember taking my first communication class in college and just realizing that even though I communicate every day and communication is happening all around me, it's something that you can think about and analyze and refine your skills and become a better speaker. And so I'm excited to be on this journey with you. And I thought I would just walk you through a few things in chapter 1 as you're getting into this course. I think that when we talk about communication, we have to realize that it is ongoing and you can't freeze any one moment in time because there are so many factors that affected that specific piece of communication. We have to look at it as a whole and study it all together, looking at all the different factors and all the different influences into communication. And so when we think about communication, there will be, your book defines 2 different levels of meaning in each piece of communication, in each communication study. And so those 2 factors, those 2 levels of meaning, you've got the content level of meaning, the literal words that I'm saying to you and the meaning of those words. And then you also have the relationship level of meaning. Our relationship is instructor-student. And so how you process the meaning of the words that I say, you're going to process them in an academic sense, and you're going to be looking for the meaning based on what do I need to interpret from her communication so that I can pass this course. And I'm going to be looking at the words that you say, the communication messages that you send me, in terms of, does this student understand what he or she needs to in order to be successful in the career? Are they having trouble with the instructions that I'm sending them? Is there a block in the message? So my relationship and your relationship as teacher-student is going to impact all of our communication and the meaning of everything that I say and everything that you interpret. And communication is important not just in helping you through this class and not just in helping you in your career, but it also has a health benefit. And several times in chapter 1, it talked about the fact that communication improves your health. And as you communicate and have communication interactions, you have less depression and less stress and even less disease. One statistic mentioned in your book mentioned the fact that 98,000 deaths per year could be preventable if there was better communication in the health field. And so communication in medical sector is a great field to go into, and working with doctors and nurses and the whole medical community to improve their communication so that they can save lives and avoid easy mistakes. And so I was thinking about communication a lot this past spring as we sat in quarantine. I was isolated from my friends, I was isolated from my extended family, and yes, I had my phone and I could pick up the phone and I could call and talk to someone, but communication is different when it's in person. And I'm sitting behind my phone recording this mini lecture to you, and I'm missing a lot of the communication because it's one-sided for me right now. And I'm imagining your responses and I'm trying to give myself imaginary feedback based on my message, but it's not the same. And so the whole isolation factor and the barriers and the benefits of communication just incredible. And I know that there will be a lot of studies done based on this past spring and how the whole world essentially had to isolate to some degree. So I'm excited to see what we can learn about ourselves and about communication based on the isolation that we just went through. So as we go through the chapter, you'll get to the part where it talks about models of communication. And I'll stop the video here and let you pick up on another segment.